We're live.
All right.
How y'all doing tonight? Another Freaky Friday with Miss Coffee.
Hey!
Right on for showing up today.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What is good? What is good?
Woo! All right. Hey, y'all. I am your girl, Kim from Cali, and this is another great edition of Coffee and Blunt Freaky Friday. I'm pretty sure we're having some technical difficulties because we always do.
But we working on that.
And it wouldn't be a normal Coffee and Blunt show if there wasn't one or two fucking issues. But check this out. I am here tonight. You good?
Good. All right.
All right. With some special guests again. I know y'all know Rock, Mr. Rock, King Rock from the group, right? As always, he's gonna come and share. And his girl is here too. She off camera, but I'm pretty sure she gonna have a lot to say.
What up, y'all?
Yeah. They tried to double team me last week because I was the only girl and that wasn't cool.
Oh.
So I might need some backup.
Oh no,
That's all I'm
we
saying.
got you. We in there.
I mean, it's good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So, of course,
As always, it's your independent living legend, you Will, in the house. How y'all doing tonight?
Mr. Ill Will. Now, you have to say what you say and then explain it because they don't know. If you do it one time, we don't got to do it again.
Okay, well, the whole
But they gonna need to know.
You Will, YILL, your independent living legend. I think I should say your independent living legend, you Will for short. How y'all doing?
That's how shit. All right. How was your week, Will?
My week was pretty smooth, man. Pretty relaxed in my own personal life.
Nothing freaky happened?
Man, ain't
That
nothing
you wanna share?
ain't nothing freaky going on except for with myself. Man,
Oh,
ladies,
that's
I'm single. My choice though, you gotta work for it.
It's the safest. It's the safest way to go.
I mean, you know, I'm just gonna say because monkeypox is
Every time we
You
go
know,
to
I'm just saying because they said it was sexual. So if we talking sex, we gotta talk
We
monkeypox.
definitely monkeypox is gonna be definitely being brought up.
Y'all heard about the
Monkeypox
girl
and condoms.
at the strip club that had the monkeypox on her booty, right?
What? No, I did not.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly.
you know they got like 3 strip clubs closed down because
I'm
the clubs are
Man,
Yes,
like
they do.
Here, it was here, like you know. Listen, I don't want all them problems or nothing, but you know where the monkeypox came from on your booty, girl, because it was on the news.
We need to talk about it. You
And
can't,
I'm
you
just
can't be
saying,
in the
it
strip
wasn't just on
club.
Facebook. It was
Can't
on
be
the
in the
news.
strip club with monkeypox titties. You got like 9 nipples. We ain't trying to have it. We're not doing it. I'm not paying for 9 nipples. I'm not. I'm here to pay for 2 at a time.
I'm not paying for no extra month for lunch. Y'all got me fucking.
Sound like a discount to me.
Can I get 10% off that left booty?
I'm gonna start flipping quarters out.
I promise you.
Disrespectful ass,
What?
I tell y'all. All right, y'all. So tonight we are talking about the poly life. However, I want to dive deep into the sex part of the poly life. We've talked about the poly life a lot before, and I've always said that it's not always about the sex, right? But I kind of want to explore the sex part tonight because it could just be what you may need. And I think one of our panel members may have some questions or may have some answers. What you think?
I got all kinds of questions. As I said before, I am very single by choice from, being an adult and going through many failed relationships like we all have. So single that now I'm thinking maybe one person isn't a thing for me since it's never worked out. And maybe I need multiple people. Maybe I have love for multiple people and maybe I need love from multiple people.
Let me get this right. You didn't like the first 3 bitches that you made babies with. So you
Or-
think that you should get 2 bitches at one time so you can like both of them?
I can't make no more babies, so that ain't gonna be the issue. Vasectomy, I got snip. No babies coming out of me.
I'm just saying.
But no, just so here's the thing. In every relationship you ever have, there's things you love and this and that, and afterwards you think of the things you were missing. Your relationship ends because there's part of you that was not fulfilled from this relationship.
Okay.
So every time it's something wasn't fulfilled. This wasn't fulfilled, this wasn't fulfilled. So maybe it takes another person to fulfill that part.
Uh-huh.
You know, just like I'm sure my partners also felt that I wasn't fulfilling a part of them. There was something I was missing. So instead of trying to find one person that has it all, because nobody's perfect, maybe you have a couple who can fulfill this part. This part, one has the intellect, one has the bomb sex, one has the fun time.
Shit, also. All right, so I may have an answer. I'm not trying to say I do have the answer.
Please do. I have no answer.
But the way that I was brought up with 8 older brothers, 1 older sister. I'm the youngest of all of them. I was always told to let any female that you like, in any way, form, or fashion, to let them know exactly what you want from them. Like if you're expecting this lady to cook for you every morning, then yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But you have to listen to this lady and say, I'm willing to give you this in return to that. If you know what I'm saying, if it doesn't, usually you get a lot of no's. But you have to get all your no's. You have to get all your no's. That's another thing that my brother told me. You gotta get all your no's out the way before you get your yeses. You have to.
Okay.
There's, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Like you can babble all you want, and all the females can be like, no, to death. But you know what I'm saying? This. It's odds to this thing. It's like, 1 out of 10, 3 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? It's, what I'm saying? The worst like that. Yeah, it's that too.
We don't usually say no to sex. It's just some of the things that y'all say are asked at the wrong time.
Of course.
Because ladies, it's not
definitely all
just
how
me,
you say
right?
it.
They always ask for anal at the wrong time.
I don't ask. I just work my way into it.
See, that's the problem.
You gotta lick it before you
That's
stick
the
it, man.
problem.
Be
No.
nice.
We can't be
Start
in
testing
the
the
middle
waters.
of a whole session and then things slip up. I'm gonna stop you mid
No, and no, ladies.
We ain't talking about
Let me
We can
clarify.
talk about arch your back. Okay, hold your breath.
No,
You're all right.
Let me clarify. Let me clarify, because I firmly believe, we all, ain't no sex is cool. We all like it. But if you want
Wait,
to,
who said we?
You said.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me.
maybe not we all do.
Okay, because I was just about to say.
I'm saying what she has said.
Because I know
It's
some
a
people
specific
that do
men
that.
men who do and ask for it. And a lot of people, I don't like it, this and that. And a lot of it is because men don't think of the female when they do it. And it's all about them doing it. There's a process. There's a process for me.
Okay.
This is why I don't ask. You just ask, then it makes it
I'm
uncomfortable.
asking.
How do you feel
What's
weird,
the
right?
process?
You go, oh, can I put it in your butt? That's a weird thing.
I know. But they
So,
ask
so no, this is my
But they
process.
ask that.
No, so I don't ask. Let me tell you my process.
Okay,
My
your
process
process.
is, so here's the thing, I love eating pussy.
Okay.
Alright, I'm eating pussy first date every time. First time we fuck, I'm putting that in my mouth. What you do, you wait a few times, when she comfortable with that, then you just go down, lick a little bit. Lick a little bit. You the first time. Second time, she don't complain. Second time, lick a little bit more. You get around the third, fourth time, and you start putting things. Here's the thing. You make sure she enjoys it, not just for you, because it should be for her pleasure. You only gonna get it once. I'm trying to do it all the time. So let me make sure you like it too. So you ease into it, and don't just go, hey, can I put it in your butt?
Never put your mouth on the steak if you don't know if the cook washed his motherfucking hands.
I don't know if you notice about me, but I'm a nasty nigga.
He's a nasty
I'm finna
nigga. He said, fuck it, I'm finna do it.
I eat ass.
No hands down.
Yes.
Well,
yes,
you know,
And you
there's a lot.
do have your own blunt, right?
I got a blunt and a joint. We
That
good.
type shit.
Hey, no. But
I'm fucking with you.
I ain't been laid in
Those are
4
jokes.
months by
Those are
choice, man. I'm celibate by choice right now.
Oh, you know what?
So
You know what? Congratulations,
I think
brother.
they all
Congratulations.
eat
You know
ass.
what I'm saying?
It
I
just
do
depends
enjoy
on the
that shit.
night. I'm gonna say it again. They all eat ass. Depends on the night. Depends on what's going down. Because if he didn't have the right amount
I don't
of
even
liquor
eat ham.
and maybe a couple of drinks and maybe even a pill, you know what I'm saying? He just may be like, yeah, I mean.
Here's the other side. You all like it, even if you think you don't. You just got to be comfortable with the man doing it.
Okay, nobody said we didn't like that part.
I mean, some people do. Just the thought of it is a disgusting thought. And people are like, oh,
I was
that's
about
nasty.
to say,
And aren't
like,
willing to try it.
I agree with
So
that
I had
statement.
women who were like, no, I don't like that. But have you ever tried it? You got to be comfortable with the man, which is why it's the man's job to make you comfortable, not go, hey, girl, can I put it in your ass?
Man.
Make
Say
it
it
comfortable.
again.
Make it
For the
comfortable.
bald head
It
niggas
is
in
the
the back.
man's
They heard
fault.
you.
It's your job, man, to make them comfortable. If you want it, don't just ask for it. Make them like it too. Make them want it.
You're supposed to make
You
them
mean,
want it.
make
Make them ask for
But
it.
mostly make them comfortable.
Hey, like, let me
Be
say.
powerful. Be an alpha.
Y'all remember
Make them
that
ask for it.
cartoon with the skunks?
Right.
And remember how the skunk used to always put her booty up at the dog and he used to pretend like he used to make himself a skunk. That's how bad he wanted that ass.
Yep. He sure did.
He turned himself into a whole skunk.
She was a cat.
She was a
And
cat.
he was a skunk.
Oh, yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That nigga turned into a
Pepe
whole
Le Pew,
different
He
yo.
nigga.
turned into a cat. He had to cover
Word
They
his
is
been
leg and
turning into a
everything.
whole
Pepe
different
Le
nigga
Pew.
since the beginning of time. Y'all see
Yeah.
what I'm telling you
Pepe
right
Le
now?
Pew.
Now, hold on. up Pepe Le Pew, let's also remember Pepe Le Pew was the nigga who was getting raped by the bitch all the time.
Yep. Because she would fall in the barrel of the pickle juice.
Yep.
When you throw
Where it's going?
But
The barrel of the pickle juice.
She
Where
was
it's going?
drinking the pickle.
Where it's going? She was drinking the pickle juice, and all of a sudden she was ready for some pickles.
but then here's the moral of it. The moral behind Pepe Le Pew was the whole thing of, oh, she wanted him when she thought he was something else. But when he turned out to be him and a skunk, she wanted him no more.
She wanted to ride with him. She drew a line on her back just to.
No, she always
Moral of the
got
story,
caught up in
don't be fake, man. Be you and don't worry about these
situations where
pussies
she
chasing the
got the line on her
pickles.
Yeah, it was always an accident.
She always got caught up.
Yeah,
She got
it
the
was
line
an
on her
accident.
back.
She always got.
Oh yeah, it was always an accident. That's how he got attracted because he thought she was a skunk.
Yeah.
I gotta say, so far this panel is pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie. So
Shout out to Pepe Le Pew, yo.
Yep. Shout out to Pepe Le Pew for letting it be known we here.
Yeah.
Even me
We're
as a
keeping
girl
it
in
real
the
all
background,
around.
still shout out Pepe Le Pew. You did that, my dude.
Well,
Okay, so
let me do one thing. Whoever just now chiming in, big shout out. You just came in. You just missed the first couple of jokes, but tell everybody else to chime in right now to the Coffee and Blunts channel so we can, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, first and foremost, thank y'all for being here.
And thank y'all for being here.
Right, thank you
What
to
they
the person who said that this was a dope topic to discuss tonight. So just, one up to you, my guy.
Yep. One up to that guy right
that's
there.
what's up, Denver. I see you,
Yep.
sir. Good shit. Okay, so listen.
What up, Damien?
You know you can do
Yep.
the poly life in many different ways, right?
I know that there are many ways, but I don't know the ways. Will you explain it to me?
What is your thought process though? What do you want? Let's start.
So I know, all right. So I know that polyamorous means non-monogamous. So monogamous is obviously a one man, one woman, one man, one man, one woman, one woman, two people, nobody else. Polyamorous is the state of other partners either outside the relationship or another partner in the relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
I know it takes many forms. I don't claim to know all the forms though.
Okay.
And this is why I'm kind of curious in this to see if it is a thing for me that I could possibly get into.
What is your idea? What do you have in your head?
So-
when you want to go into this?
So I don't have an idea when I want to go into
No,
it.
not like but what.
How?
What? Yeah.
all right,
What's
so-
your dynamic?
Here's the dynamic. I thought about this for a while, for some time now, and it's not a selfish thing at all. But I feel like my perfect dynamic in a group relationship, not just a couple, but a group, would be 3 women and 2 men.
Okay.
Right? That's me and the man not necessarily doing stuff with each other, but just in a family dynamic in where all 3 women are in love with both men. Hopefully, all 3 women are in love with each other, and we just have this dynamic where whenever we need someone, depending on what it is, we have someone to go to.
Okay.
We got a friend, we got a wife, a best friend, and just
Okay.
that dynamic of group people
Okay.
is my thought. But obviously, this is some imaginary thing I've never lived through, and I don't even know how 5 personalities will work because mine is too much for anybody, anyways.
5 personalities in myself.
That's that shit. Living situation. How would you want that living situation to go?
And that is where actually the kinks come in my
Yeah,
brain.
because
I don't think we could all live in the same house.
Depends on how big the house is.
I mean, it depends on the
That's where
dynamic.
my
too.
question is coming from what
Okay.
you just
It
said.
depends on the dynamic, and it also depends on how these relationships are found. Let's say the other guy and is married to it. Let's say it's a married couple that joins and already has a woman and then brings me. It really depends on the dynamics of that.
Right.
The dream would be yes, for us to all live in one place and just be a family together.
Right.
But
do you want the other couple to be married, or do you want?
I don't mind who it is as long as we can all love each other and be happy.
Okay.
You know.
And be
Cohesive.
and be cohesive with each other and not on the outside of the shit, right?
Yeah, no, if it's us 5,
yeah,
it's us
if it's
5.
y'all
We
5
don't-
and only
you
y'all
should
5.
need outside people. Is my thought on
That's
it.
a small village.
Okay.
I mean that's
It takes a
I
village.
kind of see it as a small village, but I don't know. It's just the nigga. It's just the nigger inside of me that's saying I'm not finna be looking at this nigga every morning. I'm not
Well,
finna be.
again, you don't have to live in the same house. and even if you do, it could be.
I'm just saying
live
that.
upstairs
Okay,
and
so
live downstairs.
thus saying that, let me bust out this question. All right, so I don't know. It's just like being with the other dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's just like like you said, even if the dude had another female, I would still be like, I don't
I wouldn't want to be in the same house. How would like you?
So you
how,
would
how,
rather have-
You wanna know why?
Now, but you know what? I'm literally wearing his shoes right now. Like I'm literally wearing his shoes right,
Right,
now.
right,
Like
right,
if I wanted the same thing,
Okay.
I'm literally saying if I wanted the same thing, he would not be nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Close to me. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying?
Why
but
not?
but
Why
but
not
we
anyway?
would.
Wait,
But we
maybe
would.
not close, but could he be in dynamic if he didn't live in the house?
Definitely in the night, definitely in the dynamic of taking care of the rest of the ladies and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything that
So,
we need to take
in
care
this
of.
version, is you living in the house with the ladies and he just comes over?
I'm head of household, so I'm head of household, so
See?
I'm always. You know
In
what I'm
this
saying?
kind
I'm
of
always on
dynamic, you
something.
can't. In this dynamic, I feel like there can't be a head, not forever at one time. It has to switch.
I have to
depending
learn
on
that.
the situation.
Yeah, see that.
It's a hard thing to learn. I feel like I've come to that point where I can let a female be in charge of whatever's going on right now. It doesn't matter who it is.
I've done that.
You know why I picked another guy? Because I'm only so physically and mentally and emotionally capable,
Okay.
and sometimes I need a break.
Okay.
And man, step in.
So you and him, 3 other females.
Yeah.
blah, blah,
You know what I
what
mean?
I'm
Just
saying?
one other man to
Yeah.
help deal with all these female personalities because I couldn't do it by myself.
I
I'm
see.
only one man.
No, you know what though? You know what though? Just talking about. I see what you're talking about it now because I wouldn't want to be in the house. I wouldn't want to be in the house with 3 females and having to deal with
All the time.
all those motherfuckers.
Some support.
all at
It's
once.
a support
Ah,
system.
yeah.
Well,
I would
That's
have
why the other guy.
I would have to have a home. I would have to have a homeboy to be like, look, my nigga,
Yeah.
tag it.
Tag it. Exactly. That's why.
Stay in there, tripping.
So
Stay in there,
So
tripping.
from the female perspective, I would feel the same way when it comes to me messing around with multiple men in that situation.
So you wouldn't.
Okay?
Hard
Hell
to
no.
feel like-
Hell no. I got 5 different baby daddies up in the house. Hell no. That's 5 different personalities I got to bitch tag
All
it.
right, so what she said is a very valid motherfucking point.
Bitch
It,
tag
it varies in between the fucking sexes. Because obviously now we've seen 2, 3 females live with one dude. He just, you know what I'm saying? He just said that same exact shit. Now, I'm pretty sure what she just said, them 3 females is not gonna want to live in that one place with them 2 dudes.
Maybe.
Well, see,
Maybe, because
Maybe.
Here's my
now
dynamic.
we're walking into a different domain
Like,
because
feel
females
not a
are
dynamic.
I thought about this for a while.
Hold on,
So
let
now
her
hear me
finish.
out. So now hear me out, because now females now since we're walking into a different domain, females are way different. We're comfortable in different situations compared to y'all.
Right?
We are very
Right.
content and I
Right.
won't say comfortable. I'll say
that's why
content.
men
Right.
and women is women because you know what I'm saying. That's why it's called women intuition and gut feeling.
But wait,
Right,
I
but
mean, because
also know that women, we as women, we already have that jealous tendency from birth.
Of course.
From birth, we already have that jealous
No,
tendency.
I don't think it's from birth.
No
I don't
one
think it's
has
from
from
birth.
birth.
I think
That's
it's
taught.
from when like the first time y'all got y'all's hair done. And y'all auntie
Fuck
popping y'all's
yeah.
head, popping y'all's head with that comb and
Because
shit.
that's
It's all
where
taught.
that's where
Monogamy is not something you're born
Yeah,
to
it's
do.
a learned
It's
behavior.
taught.
It's a learned behavior.
Matter of fact-
because the first time any female the first person who touched my hair was my mom. I trust that woman to the death of me. I only let 2 other females touch my hair after that. Nigga, for you to touch my hair, that's just like you touching my pussy, bitch. I got to trust you to the death of me.
Come
I
here.
mean, maybe.
Come here.
Maybe.
Touch pussy.
See what happens? When
Maybe.
you open your door.
Here's the thing with the dynamic though, right? Is that first off, your hair is touching your hair, even touching your pussy isn't touching your heart. And that's what I'm talking about. That's a whole different thing.
Okay.
And this is why we already explained why the 2 dudes. This is why 3 females and not just 2, right? Because 2 females they fight with each other. We don't know what to do as dudes. What you gonna do?
A moderator.
You need a moderator for all the situations, and this is why 3 females, because when there is that issue with the jealousy between females and dudes and this and that, you have this other female to be like, hey, wait, we love each other, back up, let's talk about it.
Okay.
That's why 3 females and 2 dudes. I thought about this for a while. This is why I think it's the perfect dynamic.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, I have a question.
Here, bust it out.
What is the sex dynamic at this point?
And
Right.
this is
Here
this
we
is-
go right here.
I have not.
This is what we're
I've
here
only
for
thought with my
today.
heart, and I have not thought about the sex. And this is why these are the questions I'm bringing to you tonight.
This
Because
is
how
the
is
difference
that-
today.
Because this is the problem with 5 people when I think about the sex dynamic is if it works out all intimate, one person gets left out. So I don't
Maybe.
understand how the sex dynamic could work
Maybe.
unless it's always a threesome at some point.
Okay, so listen, you have this issue, right? Most women need a week off. Yes or no?
I mean, I'm not a woman.
So
Okay.
there could be rotation, right? When I mean
Schedule.
by a week off, I mean most women have their cycle
Mm-hmm.
and they need a week off.
Respectable.
But wouldn't y'all all
Respectable women take a respectable women
Maybe,
take a
maybe
week
not.
off.
Like sometimes it happens, you know, it's been known to happen that when women live together, their cycle will coincide.
Right.
However, still, what I'm saying is, like, even if Jan starts on the 3rd, you know what I'm saying, Marcy's gonna start on the 5th,
Right.
and you know, Katie's gonna start on the 7th.
And then Cynthia on the 7th.
But it still puts everybody kind of like in a rotation.
We don't fuck with Cynthia no more.
Do what y'all saying?
I don't know what she did, but we don't. We show the fuck don't. I don't know what she did, but we show the fuck don't.
She know what she did. She know.
Damn, bitch, you know what you did. But what I'm saying is, okay, so if you have a dynamic where, say, it's the husband and the wife, right? Okay, they can have sex whenever they want to.
Right.
Now, she, however, can come up and
She has an
join
option.
you, or she can come up and join her, or it can be her and her, or it could be him, her, and her, or it could be him and him, you know.
Yeah. Those
What
dynamics, those
do
dynamics
you
are
think?
wild. You're right.
You would want.
For me, man, I'm all about the moment. You mean sex? And in those, maybe you do have to plan sex in situations like that, but I would hope it wouldn't have to be
You
as
might
much.
have to, like, you have to plan dates,
Well, she's at-
because you have to give everybody time.
Specifically, what she's asking is not the moment. You know what I'm saying? Since you can't tell us about the moment that's going to be the best, what other moments is going to be a no for you?
A no for me?
Exactly.
The only time it's ever a no for me, I mean, here's the thing. I'm a human. I got emotions, man. Sometimes I'm not in the mood.
You're supposed to, bro.
You mean? Sometimes
Right.
I'm not in the
You're
mood.
supposed to.
Right.
And then a lot of the times with this for me is sometimes I'm just fucking tired.
We all
I'm just
got
tired. We can cuddle, but like my dick ain't trying to do no work right now. Call again tomorrow.
it. We're gonna try this again in a couple hours.
But no, definitely you would have to have some plan,
Of course.
but not all. Because I feel
Right.
like that would be too strict on the situation
Of
to
course it
actually
would.
just advance your love and
Well,
connections.
well, what I mean by planned is say, okay,
With his numbers, it would have to be planned.
in that dynamic, right?
basic rough.
You would have to be like, I'm having date night. Maybe me and the first girl, we have date night every Thursday,
Right.
right? And then even though you know you may not be having sex Monday, Tuesday,
Right.
Thursday night,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
okay, and then
First
you might
girl.
have date night on Saturday with the other girl, just you and her. You know what
We'll
I'm
call her
saying?
Girl B.
Girl B. And at the end of the day, whatever happens on Saturday night, you know how you feeling. If you come back and girl A is still woke and girl B is still, you know, a little hyper, there you go. Or it could just be your time with girl B. In that dynamic, it's very important to make sure that everybody feels
It's taking
like
care
they're wanted, right? When it starts to break down, and I won't necessarily say, oh God, I can't even talk. I won't even say that it is necessarily jealousy, but once you start feeling like you're not wanted, it's almost impossible not to become jealous when you are physically watching what you want be taken away or you know
or it's
given
being
to
given
someone
to
else.
somebody else so willingly to where I've been asking for it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been asking for it physically, emotionally, and even just telling you blatantly, like, this is what the fuck it is that I want. You know what I'm saying? And you're still ignoring that fact. Like, I'm definitely about to feel like I'm left out of this shit because just now it's just like, well, what the fuck, nigga?
But that's my point of multiple people, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
that's easy. That happens all
That's
the time
what-
in one-on-one.
That's where
One-on-one.
that's where your math comes in.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
one-on-one, all the time, I felt like that. We've all felt like that at some point. Like, we're not wanting this and then you got the one partner and you're saying it, you're speaking it. If you have 4 partners and you're speaking it, one of them is at least one, if not more, going to be like, baby, I got you.
Right.
That's the point of the numbers, because sometimes I can't get. Sometimes
Right.
I'm so in my emotions that I can't be in your emotions,
Right.
and that's what messes up with the one-on-one relationships. Because now I got to deal with my emotions and your emotions, but no one's helping me with mine. We both dealing with yours, and it becomes a function. That's why when you have the multiple people, you always have someone to go to.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the whole. This is why I'm thinking about the polyamory thing.
So now,
Well,
so now, is it right? Just go into that one person saying how it is that you feel instead of going to everybody and saying how it is that you feel. Because now it's just you communicating with that one person.
Yep.
You're just because now you're just telling that one person like, man, I feel like she's mad at me because of this, that, and the third. You're just telling this one person. You're not telling the whole group.
But you can vent, right? The whole objective is to communicate.
Yeah.
So venting with one person, you may be able to say, I can't talk to her right now, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
It's always two.
And if
it's
you
always
tell
two
me how
parts.
you feel and I can go tell her,
Right.
You would have to. Has to be the dynamic, though. You would tell them knowing they're going to tell them because we are all in a relationship.
Communication.
That's how it
Communication is one.
That's what it is.
Communication is always one thing, but communication means fucking nothing if there's not under fucking standing.
absolutely.
That's the other side. That's the other coin of communication.
So
You have to be able to
absolutely.
speak. They have to be able to
You
receive.
have to have understanding.
And that's why the mediator, like she said, you tell one person knowing that if we're in a relationship, if I'm in this relationship, she come tell me, I'm gonna go tell her because we need to all squash this all the time.
Exactly.
I do it with my friends now. When
Exactly.
there's an issue, we both gonna sit down and talk about it.
And
But that's what the mediator's for, is the other person.
I've got cronies that I've been having for about 30 years, 35 years. And I think like some of the most heated arguments and shit that they've ever had with some of their friends is like with me. And you know what I'm saying? I'll tell them all straight up right now. Most heated arguments I've ever had without swinging on somebody has always been with my friends. Especially without swinging on somebody. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
And why do you think that? Why is that?
Because it's the respect level. It's the respect level. It's not the history.
It's the emotion.
It's the emotion. You will always fight more with those who care about than those who don't.
Yeah,
I'm not
you know
going to
what,
go
though?
hard with a stranger for an hour and a half and
After
sit
girl,
yelling at each other.
No,
But I would damn sure
No.
hold my baby mama in front of her mama's house in Easter.
Yep. And dead ass. I will argue with my own boy for fucking weeks.
I sure will too.
I argue, but just as soon as somebody get disagreeing with me on the street, either leave me alone or we're gonna do something else.
Yeah, I'm incapable of arguing with random people.
And that's what it is when it's one-on-one.
We can't do that shit.
And this is why sports and all the real competitive things in life,
I'll see me
because don't get it wrong, love
Word.
is competitive.
Absolutely.
Right? Love is competitive. Relationships is competitive.
Fuck
Right? But the thing is, difference between love and football, we ain't got no ref. This is why I think polyamory
And no ring.
No guidelines and rules.
Oh,
Sometimes
there's
everything.
a ring in football.
I mean,
But
there's-
Not necessarily.
not necessarily. Shit, if your ass don't win,
let's not get into that right now.
Playoffs.
I don't know what y'all teams are, but I don't want to get into that right now. This ain't the week.
yeah, we'll do that another week.
Yeah,
I'll be here for
we'll do that sooner or later.
Yes.
It ain't right now.
But we are very hitting up right now. Let me give a chance to give a shout out to everybody that's listening and that's watching us right now. Y'all came through on a dope little conversation. Like I said, it's my first time up here. As a matter of fact, this is I've actually popped my cherry on even being a podcast type show. So I'm loving this shit. This shit is kind of fire.
Lauren said you crazy as fuck.
You're right. I was about to say, Lauren said
Crazy
crazy
as
as fuck. And just,
But
I mean, he lit, but
Who,
he
me?
ain't
You
that
already
wild.
know
Who
he's
said- who
crazy.
Lauren said-
as fuck.
I'm not crazy. You already know me. I'm not crazy. I'm just real. I'm not crazy. I'm just different, and I speak my own truth,
Yeah.
and it's just not what people are used to. I get that. I appreciate you, brother. That's my brother, by the way, for people watching.
Hey.
All right.
Okay, so
I get along with crazy people. I don't know how that shit works out, but
I just don't fit inside the box.
what if you had?
What's that? What's the box? I wrote that something.
Liquor in my head.
is this one?
No, don't give her that. Don't give her
She didn't
that.
even finish what she got. She was just making a statement.
I said I'm going to need. Okay, so when we're talking sexual connection, right? Do you think that in this dynamic that is possible to have a sexual connection with one more than the other?
Absolutely, and I honestly think that would be the main, like, all the other stuff, financial, whatever, I think the main issue would be sexual connection. Not only that, but just like in a one-on-one relationship, sometimes because of whatever's going on, you lose some sexual connection with your partner. So there'll be times where I might not have one with one because we've been going through stuff together or whatever. And bringing that into a group situation, I don't even understand how that would work, to be honest.
Okay.
Because if it's really a one-on-one and we're having that much issue, me and you, with the sexual connection, can't nobody else say nothing about that.
Could you talk about it?
No, because
Wait, hold on 1 second. Could you talk about it? If you were having a sexual issue with the one partner, could you bring it to the group?
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think they can help?
Aren't that?
I
I mean,
would-
that's what they're
I
there
would,
for,
I
right?
would, I
No,
would
not
be.
sexually, not a sexual physical
No,
connection.
Hold on.
no. Listen, I would be open for suggesting. If I was open enough to bring it up amongst all of us, then yes, I would be open to all suggestions that all of us.
How
would
about
have.
reverse
Yeah,
that? What if you were on the outside and they came to you? What would your suggestion be for them?
I would come up with any motherfucking thing. I be saying, trust me, I be saying a lot of, like,
I'm
I
trying
would
to be
come up with a
helpful.
small, yeah. I'm always trying to be helpful, you know what I'm saying? So I would come up with anything that comes to mind. I'd go with the smallest first thing that come to mind, and it'd probably be funny as hell, and then I start researching shit. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of nigga I am. Real deal.
And try to help. And see, that already shows me that even if you were in that dynamic, you would put the time and effort for this
I
relationship.
would.
So my problem also is I gotta find
Like I
four
said,
people
bro,
willing to do that.
Bro,
For this 5-group relationship.
like I said, when you're talking about this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily saying I'm all the way with it, but I have to wear your fucking shoes. You know what I'm saying? So I have to kind of feel where the fuck you're coming from. And when you ask me a question about what the fuck I would think, I have to literally have to take your shoes off, put my shoes back on.
Hey, but know that I have never been in this dynamic. I have only been in a monogamous relationship.
But this is what you want. So
This is what I think would work for me. I don't know if it's what I want.
What you want?
At
This is
all.
what you think.
I don't know what I
want.
want. I realize that I don't know what I want.
Working on it.
What I did want never worked. Whatever I wanted hurt me. Whatever I wanted, I hurt.
Well, shit, we gonna call this
So I'm
a
trying to say.
simulation then.
Exactly. This is a hypothetical of what I thought in my head might work for me, the way my heart and head works.
It's green.
But for all I know, it'd be horrible when I suck at it. I don't know.
No.
I'm just looking for something
Okay.
to fulfill my life at this
Okay.
point. So something.
Nicole, could you bring that to the group?
All right. So to start where Will was at, just now, because just the sexual dynamic, I feel like my body is shared too. The shit that I can't say is being shared with one too many people.
Okay.
Okay. That's a pretty hefty ass cut.
All right.
All right. So
So
my
my
answer.
Everything it is that I can't say, everything it is that I feel that I can't say out loud, my shit is being like I'm sharing it with him, her, and her.
him. And the last him.
Okay.
So, is it more of a not having your own personal me time because there's so many people?
No, just information is going differently to all the different people.
Right.
Even though it might be the same information,
shared too.
it's getting to everybody different.
Being shared too hard. I got you.
Right. Okay. So my answer would be, I think that I would not share it with the group. However, I would share it with the ladies first, and I think that I would see how they felt about what I was saying,
Right.
because we're females, so I feel like at that point we can maybe fix it, come up with something to talk about, and then what I would like at that point, if there was two men saying your dynamic, I would like for them to discuss it, because I feel like it'll be more comfortable if they talk about it amongst themselves with each other, and then maybe they can come up with okay, well, if you go back and say this, or, I think just guys can feel each other just like we can. And then, at that point, it can be brought to the table. Because now everybody's on an understanding, and nobody really feels like they're put on the spot.
Solid.
Nobody really feels like it's not, we're two against one.
Solid.
I do it that way.
The way I gotta say, the way you sounded it out made all of us sound messy as fuck.
You answered the question I had. You answered the question I had, and I have no comment after that. You
The way you
closed the
did that
subject
shit
and
made
answered
all of
it.
us
That is the
sound
way
messy
it
as shit. That was
I agree.
dope as fuck.
Y'all agree? I agree. That is absolutely
I
what it
agree
is.
to that shit totally.
Well, you making me maybe look. Maybe I can't
I'm
try.
not even done this once or twice.
Shit.
Was-
Like I said, we gonna put you through a simulation, nigga. You gonna have A, B, C, and D to answer from.
Right.
Make sure you pick the right one.
Right.
How it was brought up is how he felt. And just for me, just that's what it was for me.
Right.
I'm sure it went to many people.
Yeah.
It went to many people.
No, but for you, is that because just in life you're used to having a smaller circle? Because me, I do have a group right now, just a group of friends, and I'm very much if there's an issue, I sit down. This is my imagine just for maybe not the sexual issue, but any issues in that group. One, if you have that kind of group, y'all gotta have a touch basis meeting once a week, like it's like it's office building.
Absolutely.
You gotta all sit down, hang out, have a movie night, have a family dinner, movie night once a week, guaranteed. To everybody touch bases on what's going on.
That's
chat.
It's kind of different with me and mine. We kind of like talk on the phone every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had a chat group. So every morning, everybody say good morning. We kind of check in at lunchtime. If we, we're all grown, so we all kind of have things to do. But if it was gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna be home, or I'll see y'all at 6, or dinner's gonna be ready at 8, it was kind of like that. And then when we got home, we got home.
So
I'm telling you, though.
there's the segue to the next one since you answered the last one. You've
Okay.
right.
been polyamorous, right? It was 1 man, 2 women, correct? Tell us about that. The dynamics of, because mine is even more people, but just 1 with 2, that has to be a little bit more tight knit with 1 referee or 2 people ganging up on 1 person.
It wasn't really like that. I'm not gonna lie. The argument is different. There would be times where him and I would be arguing, and then we would look to her like, "So, what you hear?" And she'd be like, "Well, you said what the fuck, and then you said what the fuck, but both of y'all wrong."
Right.
So what happens? So
What
what happens in that stance when your moderator proves that both of y'all
You
are
can
wrong?
hear it. So you can't hear when you're arguing with someone.
Right.
You hear every other word. You hear what you want to hear, and then once y'all be mad, you don't hear shit.
Yeah.
Because you're too busy trying to talk, and you can't listen when you're thinking of what the fuck you about to say.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna say it again for the raw heads in the back. You
Right.
can't listen when you're thinking about what you're about to say next. And in an argument, when you're arguing, that's all that's happening. He said, "What? Oh, well, I know I'm about to.
Yep.
I can't wait till he finishes
You're
because
answering. You're
I'm about
answering. Yep. You're answering just to
You
reply.
ain't
You're not
heard shit.
answering. Yeah. You're not
You ain't heard
answering an
nothing.
answer. You're answering just to reply.
Yeah, ears have now been shut off. All senses are like going haywire. There's no understanding in that. So when there's like rah 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 rah, and she's like, really? If y'all would just listen, y'all saying the same thing. If y'all would just calm down, you
Right.
know, and we'd be like, oh, you're right. Be like that.
Right.
Or me and her, and he'd be like, so what she's trying to say is, now when girls argue, that's a whole nother situation. You think we don't listen to y'all.
Yeah.
I know it's not. That's why I need another woman and
Okay,
female.
but I'm saying we the fuck don't listen to each other.
That's what the
Okay.
third female's for.
So, no, it doesn't even have to be another female. With him being the man, right? Okay, because now he can be like, hey, there's a respect right now, right? We're like, rah, rah. He say, hey, because he done had enough of the rah, rah, rah. And we like, huh?
Right.
And then so now
Okay. And yeah, he like, the fuck? Like, y'all dumb because this is stupid. And y'all arguing about what? See, men, they don't argue like we argue. They don't have that same emotion, so it's like cut and dry. It's like, okay, we're going to solve it. If we can't, we done talking about it. Like, we either going to fix it. If I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it. If I can't, we're going to move on. Bitches don't do that. We're going to be like, okay, bitch, well, we could have did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we didn't. So that's why we doing F and Y and Z.
This is why we're right here.
Right?
Word.
So when he says it, it's a different logic. Okay? and there's a different understanding. So it's different, and it's helpful. Also helpful. Okay, we all work, but we all bring different things to the table.
Right.
I fuck with the kids in a whole different way. Kids come home after school, I do shit like I'm making kid snacks, and we gotta do homework, and then we gotta do. However, these motherfuckers want to be at work for 19 hours. I need to be at home smoking on hour 7. Okay, so if that's what y'all want to do, that's cool. Cause I'm gonna go to the football game after school. I'm gonna grab the kids after school. You know what I'm saying? But on Friday and Saturday, I gotta be at work, and it's probably gonna be some bitches on the pole, so I can't fuck with the kids on that day. Y'all gonna have to, cause y'all don't work on Friday and Saturday. So I can be free to go do whatever. And my son died, so I don't just let anybody fuck with my kids. So it has to be somebody that I trust. And if I'm gonna be working Friday, Saturday, and I'm not gonna wake up till Sunday, I need to have somebody there that I can trust with my children at all times.
True indeed.
That's that dynamic. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to hire a babysitter. Shit, we all got kids. Somebody in this motherfucker old enough to watch another one.
Time management is definitely a motherfucking thing because I have none of that shit.
Oh, that's the truth.
I have no time management.
It's called nigga time for a reason.
Right.
I live on it. all
Then
the
the
time.
other dynamic, right? We all do different things in our career, which means there's something helpful
I work
at all
nights.
times.
Yeah, I work all night.
How is that situation gonna work? I work all night, everybody else working all the month day.
Let me tell you.
That shit was that.
Let me tell you how tiring shit like that be on me already. Like, my nigga, I already have to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then she has to be at school at 8. He gets off and he be tired trying to take her to school. You know what I'm saying? So then just now I got to get off a whole 2 hours early from work so that I can get her to school. Him back home. He back to work. Then I got to come home from work. I got
Is she just talking about you and her?
Yeah.
So what she's saying is maybe if y'all had a third, it'd be
Right.
that trouble.
Because I'm about to tell you, look, the third person, look, let me tell you how it works though. See, I do coffee in one.
Takes a village.
I cannot, you know what though? I cannot confirm, I cannot
Well,
confirm
I
or
was
deny
saying
anything
what
you've
was
ever
hard
said.
on me.
But listen,
I cannot confirm
Let-
nor
let
deny
me
anything you've ever
let me
said.
tell you
with
how it
you.
works though.
Plead the fifth, Your Honor.
You throw that third person in there,
I'm
You
like,
throw that third
I'm like,
person
hey,
in
I'm like
there
Vaseline on the
that
palm
work
ball,
in the
right
middle
down
of the
over
day,
there.
or that person that work from home.
You ever
right?
seen cooking oil on the slip slide?
Why she get quiet for that one? Oh,
Slip.
y'all heard that? Play that one better.
That's you.
Baby oil works better. But
Coconut oil smells better. Smell like the tropics.
I'm just saying.
baby,
I mean,
sit baby, powder jelly.
Hey, I'm chunky. Y'all go too fast and I said this out of baby.
I hate y'all.
All right, I'm fucking around with y'all.
All right. Continue. Okay.
Continue. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I love this panel. This is dope as
Slide
shit.
naked down a slippery slide.
Y'all heard it here first. You heard it here first.
I'm slicker than Vaseline. I'm falling on the baby. I ain't slipping down no slipping.
I said it. It is what it is. I can't take it back. Okay. Yes, that's my story. And I decided to do this because real shit. I really like women, right? And I don't want to never have a man in my life ever again. However, I don't want to never have a woman in my life again either. So the best option for me was to have them both.
Okay, so Freaky
Now-
Friday, what was the sexual dynamics then in this trio?
It was great at first.
At first, oop, there it goes. Now we get the juice. Hold on, can I get another drink?
Those two words right there. At first.
Bro, where my hold on. I need one more. Let me come back. Thank you to Jack Daniels because I drink it, but they don't pay for it.
Jack Daniels,
I gotta bring
we
more.
need
I
a-
gotta bring
we
more
need
blood
an
for this
endorsement over
motherfucking
here.
shit.
I honestly think what happened was, again, I really like women. So when I'm in that particular role, I'm different. I'm no longer Kendra. I'm definitely Ken from Cali all day. And so I think that I am more dominant, I am more aggressive in that situation. And I don't think that the person I was with, one, had ever seen me like that.
The man.
Yes. So that was new.
So
Right.
you was the woman with him until the woman came and then you was the nigga.
Yeah.
Alright. I mean, I can see how you can feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, he just did.
Hey, so
and
what-
it wasn't a hate type thing. It was just a genuine. It was just a not like.
It was a jealous, because what position did that leave him? If you the man and she the woman, who am I?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have called
That's
it
what-
jealousy. I wouldn't
let
call
me
it
tell you
jealousy.
what, this
I
is
wouldn't
what I
call it
think
jealousy.
happened,
Alright,
right?
she
Okay,
said
so listen.
absolutely. She agreed.
So listen. So
She agreed.
listen. Most men, they're fantasy, threesome, right? They can't wait. They love it. You offer it to them. They like all
It's a
in
lot
there,
of
right?
work.
Both
This-
women
Now-
miss it.
So let me
It's
tell
not
you,
what y'all want, I promise.
we have had threesomes before, okay? But this was different because this was something that we were trying out repetitively. You know, we just smashed a bunch of bitches. That's nothing. But we always have rules. You know, rules are like you don't eat no pussy, but mine. Okay. Rules like when we about to finish, you only got to me because I'm gonna get her hair, can't have no babies. So things like that. We got rules.
Rules,
Okay.
guidelines.
Fair.
Now-
They're important, y'all.
What was never said was that I could not do what I wanted to do. I think that I messed up because in a threesome, there has to be a dominant person. Someone has to run the threesome without everybody
Yeah,
knowing
like a
that it's being
director.
ran.
Yeah,
Right.
like a director.
So that way everybody can participate at the same time at all times.
Right.
Okay, the only time that there should be two people is after he's done and he gotta kind of wait and you need to finish your bitch off.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
Can you imagine three silent motherfuckers trying to have a threesome?
I hate y'all.
Oh, y'all, I ain't saying anything about it this time. Come on,
So
My bad.
this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that because
Y'all-
I had always let him leave, right?
Right.
Always let him seem like he was doing the more satisfying.
Seemed like that's rough right there.
I
We'll get
know.
back to that.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
said he let him seem like.
Like-
So it was already like no. So that goes to more questions
Okay,
and emotional
okay,
shit.
so-
We gonna decide.
But I'm saying because again, there has
That's
to
why
be a
you-
director, right?
Why-
So
why-
listen,
was so soft.
there has to be a director. So in that, there's gonna be some sacrifices. There's gonna be some. You're probably gonna get more. Somebody gonna probably get less. But if you keep it going, it doesn't seem like that. But in reality, it's gonna happen. Okay.
All right.
I've
Right.
never actually heard the female's point of view of a threesome. Mine is way different, but
Somebody always
No,
gets
no,
less.
Somebody gets less,
Yeah.
right?
I've never
Always
It
gets
doesn't
I've heard
matter.
it
It just
I've heard it
happens,
before.
right?
Well, here's
So-
you know who should get less? The dude.
Right. But
You don't. You never get less when it comes to a threesome. A dude
No.
will never get less.
You messing with the wrong ones,
Okay,
girl. 'Cause
so-
I promise you.
wait, hold on.
I have a
So
response to that
okay,
later.
Nicole, let me tell you how you work that out though. So because we know as females that's gonna happen, there has to be a dominant female to make sure that the visitor leaves
Right.
happy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? What I'm not gonna do is have you come over here, get asshole naked, and then you gonna go home and call your bitch and tell her that you didn't have no fun here. That's what the fuck ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So even if you may not have been all that satisfied with him, I'm gonna make sure the fuck you leave here happy than a whole bitch. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So with that being said,
Facts.
I had to do that.
Yes.
And he did not. He's never seen me in that role. And when he saw it, I think it was more than he was ready for.
Was it because of you being that role and you being different, or because you took a role that should have been his and now he felt some kind of way that
I
way?
can't say both. I want to say both. I'm not sure on the second one because I'm not a nigga, so I don't know. And I'm
You
not.
never talked to him about it after either.
I did.
What he said? What? Now you got me. I'm invested, girl. You grab my team. Tell me what happened.
Come on, let's keep it 100. What man gonna admit anything like that?
But I'm not normal. I'm weird. You know. Continue.
You know what I mean?
A lot of
It was like I ain't tripping.
What man not gonna admit what?
Like I it's cool. Like, but
That he felt emasculated by being the other one out when she handled her. Because her point of view is, and the reasons when I get that, is that a lot of them, because the man as he goes, and this has been a lot of issues around people I know trying to do it, is that you bring your homegirl home, and now I'm just fucking her because I'm excited about a new bitch, and you get left on the side. Right? I'm done with that. Wait, let me
Women
get
been
started.
exploring each other for
And
years.
this is why, for me, I feel the only real good dynamics is exactly what she said. As a man, because I've had me and my ex-wife who swing, she bring females home. The only way it works, right, is I let them talk, they do it up, they build it up, and as a man, I come over and I get in where I fit in and be happy that I got to get in that motherfucker.
I'm
Because, and also because, okay, you want to do it and really do the threesome, please, and both. Yeah, shake. Now I got to get them both off. That's too much work. I promise you I'm not trying to do that. Let them get each other off and let me just join and be happy. Don't do the extra work. Because you're gonna disappoint somebody. If you, like you said, even if he didn't please her, I will. Because if you trying to please both of them, they ain't gonna do it.
Man.
Let them please each other and get your sex ends when the man comes. For at least a man, always. If it's one-on-one, when I come, it's over.
Mhm.
Let them do that shit forever.
Now, do you understand when we said somebody is gonna get less?
That
Because
should be the man.
even though what I'm saying is, listen, okay, so if you're about to finish, right, and you just happen to be fucking her, and you finish with her,
Oh, that's a no-go.
then
That's right.
you what I'm supposed to do?
Fuck each other.
No, but I'm just saying. But my point is, I didn't get as much
I'm
of
just gonna.
you.
I'm gonna go ahead and
as
come out and
he
just
See,
say
and
it.
that's
Once I bust my
You
nut,
understand
Oh,
what I'm saying?
that's
I've
definitely
gotten the most.
So I'm saying again, I didn't get as much of you as she did. So now, to mentally not fuck up everything, something needs to happen right away.
Do it
So-
like pornos and just bust on their faces together. I've never done that, but damn, it looks exciting.
See? I'm not with you. I'm not.
I take that back. Erase that. Stricken from the record.
Mm-mm. The hair costs too much. Y'all, it takes a lot.
So
to
the hair
get
costs
nut
too
out your
much?
hair. Like, you can't get nut in the restaurants. That's some stupid shit. It's like fucking glue. It's like sticky glue. Like that.
I got
that-
stomach hair. I know how
That
that works.
second grade glue that come in the stick, it's like that. The fuck? No, you can't get that out your hair. You just fuck your whole
And then you got these ladies out here who draw on their eyebrows, dude. You can't
So,
be out here just
okay.
doing that. Because
Drawing
then
it.
now she gotta wipe off her eyebrows.
Right.
Simba.
Or right.
No, I can't with y'all.
This is coming.
One day, all of this video.
Oh my god.
Somebody in the comments said that shit. I know that was me.
Hey.
I cannot. with
Fire
y'all.
ass. I love
So-
that show.
So,
Okay, wait, listen. Are y'all gonna believe that we have been here for an hour already?
man, always. I do.
Already, right?
Yeah. We're going to have to do some extended episodes for
Man.
those.
Yeah.
It gets so good,
Yeah.
so fast, and we lose time, and it just is what it is.
I swear to
But
God, I enjoyed
listen.
my first time. That shit.
you know, thank you so much for coming. Like,
Absolutely.
I so appreciate you.
I enjoyed my first time.
Brother,
I definitely,
appreciate you.
Brother
Always.
definitely
You know.
looking forward to the next time. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ever ask me to come back, I'm coming back.
Oh, he'll be back. Audience, you know you want him. He'll be back. And thank you to our special blind guest back here, Miss
Right, you know.
Miss Yogi.
Thank you.
Miss
Thank
Yogi.
you.
Yogi like the bear.
Yeah, I'm in this bitch. bitch.
I appreciate you, honey. I really, really do. And Mr. Will, I thank you once
Yeah,
again.
right.
That's always a
For
pleasure, man.
blessing us
Yeah.
with your presence, sir, and
Yeah,
your
Will.
comments. I love
Yeah.
your opinion on everything
Yeah,
that you say.
we'll do the
Thank you both all for actually. Thank you for having this episode and letting me ask my questions about what I think may or may not be great.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Very insightful.
So listen, if you like the show, do me a favor. Please share it, like it, and definitely leave some more comments. I always come back and hit you up with what I really thought you said because I can't see because I'm older than I was yesterday. So when I get over there to my phone and actually see what the hell y'all said, I trust me. I get back. I clap back something real tough. I got petty pennies on every time I come. Y'all know that. All right, y'all. I am your girl, Kim from Cali. This was another great edition of Coffee and Blunts, Freaky Friday edition. Thank you. We really appreciate y'all coming. Oh, we're moving to YouTube. I need y'all to understand that. So, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel, Coffee and Blunt, spells the same way.
Press
Links will be in the comments.
Press that subscribe now. Get on YouTube and press that subscribe now.
Please and thank you. Y'all, the shows I got coming up, I'm telling y'all, listen, ladies,
It's
put
about
your
to get
panties in
wild.
the drawer because you ain't even gonna be able to keep them on, honey. They gonna be so wet. Wait till y'all see what I got for y'all.
You
And
bring
it's going all the way down. I'm telling you. Watch what I tell you.
And if we keep doing it here, Facebook gonna cut us.
Bullshit. If I'm there, bring your goddamn underwear. Everybody do that shit. Them
Thank
niggas
y'all.
not doing all this shit.
Hey,
down
definitely leave your bras at home.
All of that. Thank y'all. We love y'all. See you next week. Same back time. Same back channel. We out of here.
Always.
Yeah, that's fire. That was nice.
Yeah.
Look at my daughter. She's all like blowing her lip. Like, oh my god.
Hey, I looked at her right first time I said, look, shit. Ooh.
Right. Everything.